So I'm here to do a video on the equation of a circle, and it's actually a kind of a neat topic. It's section 2.4 for Math 105 in the textbook. So here's what you need to know. The equation of a circle has this equation here, and I'm going to, I'll just highlight it now that I see that I have this highlighting option. This is the equation of this circle, and it says x minus h quantity squared equals x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals r squared. And here's the thing that you need to know. This hk is your center point, and r is your radius. Now, I'm going to do a couple quick examples, and I'm going to use some graphs to help illustrate this as well. So for example, here I have x minus 2, that's my h, plus y plus 3, that's my k, equals 4, and my 4 is my r squared. So h is negative 2, which means that because it's negative, putting here, because it's a negative 2 becomes a positive 2. And because this is positive 3, but it's supposed to be y minus 3, that just instantly becomes y minus 3, which is negative 3. And so r squared is 4, which means that my radius is the square roots. Remember, you have to do plus or minus 4. And so my radius is plus or minus 2, but because we're talking about a radius and it's a positive distance away from 0, ends up being r equals 2. So let's see. X minus 2 plus y minus, x minus 2 and y plus 3. So I'm going to go over here, and inside my GeoGebra, I'm going to type in my equation, which says x minus 3 squared plus y plus 2, plus 2 squared equals 4. And you can see I have a circle, and indeed my center point is here. Let's see if I can draw. My center point is here, and it looks like I have a radius of 2, and that should be exactly what we were looking for before. So let's see if that's right. Yep, my center point was 2. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I have a mistake. It was x minus 2, not x. Oh, goodness me. Let's see if I can correct that. So that was supposed to be a 3. And that was supposed to be a 2. My apologies. Oops. Alright. So it was x minus, so I have a center point of 2, negative 3, which is right here, which is what I wanted. And then the radius of 2. Yeah, there was some unfortunate trouble with that. Alright. So I'm going to clear that all together. I'm going to go to my second example, which looks like this. What if I had, my radius was 3, and my center was 0, negative 4? Sorry, trying to do a couple of different things. So what if I had a center point of 0? What I would do is I'd say x minus 0 squared plus y minus a negative 4 squared equals 3 squared. Because remember, I'm using this. Well, x minus 0 is just x squared. Y minus a negative 4 becomes y plus 4. You have to leave that in parentheses. Equals 3 squared, which is 9. And so once again, I have a center point of 0, negative 4, and a radius of 3. So let's see, when I go over to my GeoGebra, what was that? Just want to double check. Y plus 4, x squared plus y plus 4 squared. x squared plus y plus 4 squared equals 9. And once again, you can see my center point should have been 0, -4. And here it is. And I have a radius of 1, 2, 3. All right, so far so good. That's good. All right. So I have 2 more examples, and the last one's a little bit tricky. So I do want to make sure that we get to it. Oh, if I have a graph, and I have a graph of x minus 1 squared. Oh, well. So if you have a graph and you're trying to figure out what the equation of the circle is and you're ignoring it down there, what you do is you find the center point, which looks to be about here. And the point is 1, -3. And then you count. What's my radius? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have a radius of 5 and a center point of 1, -3. So let's see. If I was go a center point of 1, -3 and a radius of 5. So once again, I want to write that as a x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And that would become x minus 1 squared, because the 1 is positive, plus y minus a -3, which makes it positive, equals 5 squared. So your final equation, is x minus 1 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 25. Alright, our very last one. What if I had something like this? X squared plus 6x plus y squared minus 4y equals 8. Now, it doesn't look like anything we've done so far. And as a matter of fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase all of this stuff over here, because I might need some extra room. Alright, so what I really need is, I really need it to be more in the form like x minus h quantity squared. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take half of b. Well, I'm going to identify the b for both x and y. So here my b is 6. The coefficient of x is 6. And here, my coefficient of y is -4. And I'm going to do b over 2, which is 3. And this is going to be b over 2, which is -2. Now really I should call this b1, b2, or bx, by, bx, by. You don't have to if you know what you're doing. I'm doing it because it really is a little bit more formal. That's supposed to be a little y. So what I'm going to do is, I'm now going to add, I'm going to say x squared plus 6x plus y squared minus 4y equals, and what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add this value to here. So I get 8 plus 9. I'm going to add this value here. And the reason why is because of the same reason of what we did in completing the square. And I'm running out of room, so I am going to take this and rewrite that here. So it says x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals, plus y squared minus 4y plus 4 equals 8 plus 9 plus 4. And the reason why is because now this is a perfect square trinomial, and that's a perfect square trinomial. So I can rewrite this as x plus 3 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals, well, 8 plus 9 is 17, plus 4 is 21. So my center point is negative 3, positive 2, and remember my r squared equals 21, so my actual radius is radical 21. I want to make sure that I am very clear about this. We are allowed to say it's not, the radius is not plus or minus radical 21, although you did solve that quadratic. It's because the radius has to be positive, which is why we don't bother with the negative sign. Alright, so that's it. That's 2.4. Hope this helps. Example of number 4 is very, very important and very useful. Like I said, what I did was I noticed that it wasn't written in the form, standard form. I did completing the square to find this value and this value. I added both those values to both sides, rewrote it as the binomials, and that put it into standard form. Thanks. Good luck.